Hello guys, welcome back to FYI. Now, you know how certain things are just so inconsequential and so irrelevant, but people worry about them so much. So much so that when you ask, hey, what's the problem? Why are you getting so worried and worked out? And then they tell you the reason, you're like, are you okay? Is everything okay back up? Like, what is going on? This is what is making you worried? Really? Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about certain things that people need not worry about. Okay, it's really not that important. It's really not that serious. Number one would be your social media presence. You know, like how many followers you have or how many likes you have. Really, it's not that important. You can't be breaking your head over and having sleepless nights because, oh, I posted a picture and only 20 people liked it. This other person posted a picture and 300 or 400 people liked it and all of that stuff. That is absolutely ridiculous. Or you're so concerned that, oh, on my Instagram, I only have 100 followers. What do? I need to have, like don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having a lot of followers and all of that stuff on social media, particularly if you aim to become an influencer. But my point is, it's not that serious. Is that why you're breaking your head? Maybe it's not your calling. Maybe you're not meant to have this amount of followers. Like, it's not a do or die affair. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't kill yourself. It's not that serious now. Come on. People get so worried they would want to do anything and everything under the sun because they want to become Kim Kardashian. Really? I mean, it's driving me crazy even having that thought. My point is, you could aspire to it. But if it doesn't happen, don't kill yourself. Don't take it too far. Don't do beyond your means just because you're trying to push yourself to an extent, or you feel that, oh, by the number of followers, except of course it's translating into some extra zeros in your bank account, but if it's not, then why are you breaking your head over it? The number of followers you have on social media is not what translates into your happiness. It's not what gives you peace of mind. It's not what gives you joy. It's not what gives you fulfillment in life. At the end of the day, you get to realize that those are some of those things that are just vain. So please, don't bother yourself, okay? Also, comparing yourself with others. That's like the worst mistake anybody could ever make. You compare yourself with others. Everybody, we all have different prints. All our prints are different. The signs on our palms, there's no one person or there's no two people that have the same. That's how different and that's how unique we are. So why the hell would you want to compare yourself to another person? Your name is John. Why are you comparing yourself to Mark and Peter and Paul? Your name is Janet. Why are you comparing yourself to Ruth and Cynthia and Ruby? It makes no sense. Everybody's path in life is different. My path is different from yours. There's nothing wrong with you looking at me and admiring certain traits and trying to emulate the good, but in your own type of way. But when you constantly want to try to be another person just because you feel it will make you become a better person, that is you bringing yourself down just because you want to look or be or act like somebody else that you're not. And it makes no sense. So please refrain from doing that. Number 3, being fake. With what is going on right now, this age of the millennials, generation X, Y, Z, and what social media is doing, social media is indeed a blessing, but it's one of those blessings that's also a curse. Because people look at things people post online, and I don't know, but it's common sense for you to know that anything someone posts online, for the most part, they are getting the best version of it. Let me give you a typical example. You want to take a selfie, you pose, click, click, click. At the end of the day, you've taken 4 selfies. What do? You look for the best out of the 4. You run all your filters for the most part, and then you post. What are they trying to do? They are putting their best foot forward. And most times, that best foot they put forward is not a real representation of what they are going through at that point in their life. But here, some random person posts something, and then you are in the other south of the world, and you see it and you're killing yourself. You want to buy the next designer bag, you want to try to live beyond your means just so that you could look or act like this particular person, and you have zero idea what this person is going through. Perhaps this person even borrowed those items just to take a picture and make you feel so pained about it, and you're falling for it. It makes no sense, okay? So please, let's not do that no more. Number 4, winning every argument. You know, sometimes in life we must lose. You know, it's inevitable. It's something that is bound to happen. You win some, you lose some. I am one of those enthusiasts. I'm one of those people who are like I really would push. All I do is win for the most part. But then, even when I fail, I turn my failures into wins, meaning that I learn from my failures and then I guard against it repeating itself, because at the end of the day, that's just going to make me a better person. So you must not win every argument. Sometimes you lose some, sometimes you win some, but what's important is the fact that you're able to learn from it. Number 5, constantly seeking the approval of other people. Come on. That is you not being authentic. That is you not being your true self, when you always want to seek the approval of every other person. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a mentor and, you know, somebody you could talk to, somebody you could share your dreams and ideas with, and then you say, okay, I want to do this stuff. What do you think about it? Very different. Matter of fact, we all need support systems, those kind of support systems in our life. But when you constantly just want everybody around you to think you are the good person, you know, and to think you are the right one. You always want people to approve of you. You always want to, come on, at that point you're living for other people and not for yourself. You water down your authenticity, and you could never have a fulfilled life if you're one of the people who does that. So please stop it already. Number 6, being perfect. If there's one of the things I know I told myself from a very young age, is the fact that I know that I can never be perfect. Am I a perfectionist? Everybody who knows me knows that I'm a perfectionist. I strive towards perfection, but that's all I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep striving, and every day I get better and better. But in the midst of my striving, one thing I know is that I would never be perfect. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus Christ. I'm just a son of God. I can never be perfect, but I could strive to it. So if you're out there trying to be perfect, you know, maybe you want to have the perfect nose, the perfect, you know, body, you can never be perfect. There's something that's never going to be okay. The needs of man are insatiable. You could never fulfill or satisfy all of them. So what would you rather do? I would recommend that you just embrace that which you have. Make the most of it. Be appreciative for what you have, because guess what? There's somebody out there who has something in you that you take for granted. So appreciate those little things, and you see how you would live a fulfilled life that's, you know, devoid of worry, fear, or dissatisfaction. Number 7, and this is also very important, living in the past. Now, I know that you cannot, you know, talk about your future without visiting your past, but you cannot dwell in your past. Oh, I used to do this. I used to be the manager of so and so. I used to own that car. I used to own that house. Oh, well, it's all good and fine, but what are you doing right now? Where are you right now? So forget about all that stuff. That's BS. Yes, you did all of that. Those are achievements. But how about facing the future? You can't be stuck in yesterday. You have to face today and then plan for tomorrow. Okay? So please don't dwell too much on yesterday. Yes, take inspirations from it to do better tomorrow. All right? But don't dwell on it. Number 8, especially to the people in the Generation Z, always being online. You always want to be online. I've seen people, and I've heard instances of people who they may not have money to eat, or rather if they have, let's say, a little amount of money and they had to choose between their meal for the day and having internet subscription, they would rather go for internet subscription and starve, just because they want to keep up appearances. They want to always be online because that's like the new craze. Technology, the internet and all, social media has come with a lot of, you know, goodness, yeah, no doubt attached to it. But we need to be able to know where and when to draw the line. Not everything is that important. You can afford to stay, someone like me, I'm a YouTuber amongst other things. I need to constantly be online, but there are certain times where I'm like, I need a couple hours of break. Like, I don't need to be online 24/7. So sometimes take a break. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your sanity. Next, trying so hard to fit in. You know what I would advise? Be yourself. Okay? Be yourself. Don't try so hard to fit in. You can't try to fit into a crowd. But you know what? When you act yourself, when you play the role of who you are, you naturally would just fit in, because that is you being you. That is you being true. That is you being authentic. That is you not being fake. So Don't push it. Just be yourself and everything will fall in place. Finally, number 10, criticizing yourself too much. Now, I'm one of those people who sometimes I really get hard on myself because I want more. You know, I always want to push. Always want to push buttons. Always want to create new stuff. I'm thinking of the next thing in my life. I'm thinking of the next step and all of that stuff. Yeah. But in all of it, don't be too hard on yourself. Know that you fight today and you fight tomorrow as well. Don't beat yourself up too much. Don't. Okay? Because there's always going to be opportunities. Today might have come and ended, but tomorrow is another day with new, fresh, bright opportunities. If it doesn't happen for you today, it'll happen for you tomorrow. Don't beat yourself too much so it doesn't affect your self-esteem. Just know that, hey, within you, you know you're a fighter and you're going to keep fighting no matter what. So there you go. 10 tips I've given to you, and I really hope with everything in me that these tips would be very useful to you. Like I always would say, make somebody smile today because it doesn't cost you nothing. Thank you so much for watching.